to ask you, how do you pray? Please tell us.
How do you pray? Well, what I understand is you pray from your heart. And you pray, what we recognize is the four directions. We got the four directions. And then in the altar that I take care of, we have and it's hard for some people to understand because some of these spirits that have gone before us come back to help. And so I put a little tobacco down for them too. And then for Grandmother Earth, in honor of her and respect for her, put tobacco down for her. And then we got the great mystery, the Creator. What us LAKOTA believe is that the Creator, man has a lot of names for the Creator. It's either Allah, Buddha, God, whatever you want to call them, Barbie, whatever. But they all have a certain name for the Creator. And the Creator is the great mystery. And we believe there's only one great mystery. Whether it's a man, a woman, a child, a bright light, a big bright, a blue light, green light, whatever. It's a great mystery. And it is a big light. This is what I believe myself. It's the biggest light there is. Creation not only created and put us here, we in myth come from other places. We're put here. Creator also gave the different colors of man, sent best description as an angel or a helper to show them this is the way to pray. This is the way you should pray. It's a connection us LAKOTA have, that prayer is that I pay respect to the 7 directions, 7 places. And through that, I start my prayer. The respect for the directions, the respect for everything out there, because there is life out there too. And again, some people, it's hard for them to believe, but they came and talked to me. They sent me a message. So that's how I know that everybody has that opportunity to be that close to the great mystery. Because when you're that close to the great mystery, you can be shown and you can be visited and you can be talked to by people from other places. They come all sorts of shapes and sizes. They come big as a tree. They can come as little people. But they come from other places. And they come from the spirit world too. Because sooner or later, we're going to be in the spirit world too. That's inevitable. We're all going to go there. What creation and the way you pray is what comes from your heart. And because of the respect for those directions, and Mrryanmcmahon, you asked for health. I always say, good health for everyone, and watch over everyone. Good life for everyone. And Oyate, in all my prayers, is all life. When I say all life, there's the two-legged people, there's the four-legged people, there's the winged people, there's the insect people, there's the tree people, there's the grass people, there's the air people, there's the rock people. Everything has a spirit. Everything is alive. And so as one, and especially our Mrryanmcmahon, Grandmother Earth, has life. And she is providing life for us, where we respect her and we pray that she is safe too, because we, as her giving us life and protecting us, in turn we turn around and try to hurt her. And so we try to, I always say, ask the great mystery to protect Mrryanmcmahon, Grandmother Earth. And the only reason the four directions is because the four directions have a purpose in life. The thunder beings to the west bring life, the rains, They bring the what's needed, that medicine that's needed to keep growing. The directions from the north brings food and shelter, and also brings the control of the diseases, illnesses, because of that cold. The direction of the east brings new knowledge, new hope, new ideas, new future, new guidance. That's what that brings. To the south brings the help for us pitiful people, us common human beings, or all life, because what we believe is that they come back to help us, and or they, not all of them, but some come back to visit. What we believe is when it's time to put your what we call Makashi Nakya. Kachanki Makashi Nakya means it's time to go back to Mother Earth. Your body needs to go back to Mother Earth when it's that time. And your spirit goes up. The spirit is, again, it's like a little light that goes up. The Milky Way runs north and south. We call that the Mrryanmcmahon. Mrryanmcmahon means spirit path, spirit road. So when it's that time, your little light goes up to that Milky Way and heads south. So that's why we call it Ramakashka, is the spirits that come from the south, the spirits that go to the south. When we sing honor song for the one that has passed on, we pray towards the south. And we ask, hey, Creator, the spirit's coming home, help them out. So these are the things that we think about, and then we pray for the health and good health of all people, everything. The trees, life, air, water, goes through our minds. But then, because of man, we have illnesses. And so we used to pray for the sick. The prayer was for the ones that are in the hospital. You can stand there and get more and more. Your family members, your extended family members, your friends, your government, your nation, everything that you can think of. You can do that. But if that is the way you want to do it. But also, a simple prayer does it. In the morning, get up and say, hey, Creator, thank you. Tsumkashila, thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for giving me another day of life. Thank you for giving me a good night's rest so my body can regenerate to take on this new day. Live day by day like that. If you get used to it. And then in the evening, about this time, you look to the west and say, Tsumkashila, Creator, thank you for giving me a good day. Give me a good night's rest so I can regenerate, and please give me a new day tomorrow. So you appreciate every day, because if you live your life in that way, then you appreciate each other. And you learn to think about, okay, I may see this one person one day, but tomorrow, they might not be, or I might not be. And I want a good relation all the way until it's that time for either one of us. So in that way, we respect each other, pray for one another, say, give them good health, watch over that person, or watch over my friend, or watch over, whoever it is. And at the end, I always say, thank you. Well, one of the things that I practice always is in my prayers, I always say, this is me, I am no one but a common person. And please forgive me if I have done any wrongs, or because I'm not perfect. Please forgive me for anything I may have done wrong. But every day is a learning lesson for me, and continue on. And I say that once a day at least, because even if I don't remember doing anything wrong, you know, it's a good way to practice one of the traditions, one of the common traditions. You know, when we were walking, I might have stepped on a bug and killed that bug. You know, but please forgive me. Maybe a bad thought came because a car almost hit me. You know, please forgive me. You know, those things like that. You practice that, and you know that you can either make it a simple prayer of giving thanks for a lot of things that we take for granted, or if you don't notice that, you know, you do good things, and you appreciate good things, you thank Tunkashila for providing that, for providing good health for my mom or dad or aunt, uncle, or my real, you know, put all my relations in there. And then you can make it simple, or you can be there for an hour, or you, if you're any more than a day, we call it the Humble Vision Quest. You know, we usually seek that vision, the guidance. You know. But it's all up to you, and of course nowadays you have things to do, chores to do, a job to get to. So it depends on where you live. You know, if you live in a city, it's like a fast world, and but you don't have to be fast. A lot of people say time. What do you call it? Time. Use of time. What does it say?
New York minute.
Huh?
A New York minute.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, you use the time in a positive way by allowing so much time for here, so much time for this, and so on, because your time is what they say valuable, but it's a gift from Creator. You have to appreciate your life, because and you have to protect it as a gift from Creator. So you thank Creator for giving you that new life, that new day, and new night, and giving you nourishment and providing water, and you know. So it's all coming from your heart on how you wanna, or how long you wanna pray, and you go on in life and let everything, like say you're worried about something, or you're stressed about something, or something that somebody else is going through, you're thinking about that. You just take everything and leave it to the Creator and say, Creator, you take it and you deal with it. And I learned how to do that, and since I learned how to do that, I don't really stress. I don't worry about nothing. I let Creator guide me, because long time ago I had really high anxiety, and I was scared of death, and I was scared of the thunder and the lightning and everything, and the darkness. I was scared of it. I was terrified. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna die, you know. And the first time, and then I went on a hill. Put me on a vision quest. The first time I went on a hill, and here it comes. You know, I'm supposed to stay in this little circle for 2 days and 2 nights, and I thought it was going to be beautiful, stars and everything. And here comes that thunder, and it was turning dark, and it was coming. It was getting later in the day, and I knew dark was coming too, so that got me worried. And here I'm scared to death, and that was coming. You know? And it got there. It got there. First when it got dark, and then big raindrops, and then the darkness, and then all of a sudden lightning, thunder, and bigger rain started coming. And I was standing up there with the chanupa, and then I had a little bitty blanket. You know, I didn't think about, you know, getting a good thick blankets, but I had a little one, so I covered my head. And I stood there, and that power that it shone, it was like I was with lightning. I was with the lightning. It was right there. It lit up everything. I heard it. And so I cried and I said, I don't want to die. And I said, Creator, you know that I have anxiety. I don't want to die. And I'm scared of the dark. I don't know, all the things, all the emotions started going through me. And I'd cry and I'd pray. I'd cry and I'd pray. I was like, because I wasn't supposed to leave that little small area. So I cried and I prayed and I cried and I'd stand up and I'd cry, and then the rays started coming, lightning, everything. Then all of a sudden it seemed like somebody poured hot liquid right on the top of my head. It was a lightning, everything. Lightning all lit up and the big booms and all that and rain, and that I felt that fluid. I felt that fluid, and I thought it was a big old raindrop that stopped really hit me. But that fluid came out slow and went all through my body and out my fingers, and they went down my body and they went out my toes. As soon as they went out my toes, no matter what the storm was, everything was calm. I wasn't worried no more. I was happy. I wasn't scared of the dark. And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. So I said, thank you, Creator, for helping me get over my high anxiety. And by getting over death, by getting over the darkness. And then so I sat down, I hunched down in between my little altar. And then next thing I started wearing it because it started raining harder. And I said, oh man, I said, I got this little blanket, it's going to soak through, and the coldest part of the night is like 4 or 5 in the morning. I said, when that comes and I'm soaking wet, I'm going to be freezing. I said, man, I'm really going to be cold, I started thinking that way, and then all of a sudden I said, and Creator, protect me from the cold. I don't want to be cold. And so it started raining and lightning and everything, and the most front of the storm went by, and then it started just regular rain. And then that went by, and before it went by, it really picked up, a whole bunch of rain just came down. So I was sitting there like this, and I said, I should be wet by now. So I went like this, and I was dry. And I said, wow, I should be wet. This is just a regular blanket that should have soaked through, I was thinking. And then, so I had this opening right here. I was sitting here, and then I went and I touched the outside, the inside of the blanket, and I didn't feel no wetness. So I was sitting there thinking, I was like, this has to have something on it, but there's nothing that sprayed on it or anything. So I reached on the outside, and I went like this, and I knocked off sheets of water. And so I pulled my hand back in, and I said, thank you, Creator, for thinking of me that way too. And everything was beautiful after. So the power of prayer and the healing that you can get is there. Everybody has that. Everybody can get that. But you gotta really put your faith into it. Yeah. Belief.
Yeah. I think the biggest fear people usually have is fear of failure.
Fear of failure?
Failure.
See, that's what you have?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
But I know many people that do.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that keeps people from changing their lives and their way of living. Yeah. And their, to follow their instincts and their the things they know they are right.
Yeah. See, there's a solution in prayer for everything. Everything. Somebody needs to direct that person to prayer and say, hey, Togacha, help me. Help me overcome this. It can't happen. You just go off by yourself and just pray. And Creator will help you with anything. And also, Creator has a medicine for everything, all the illnesses and sicknesses. And other tribes